My name is Pauline Naikuni. I'm a resident of Narok County. At the county level, I'm a member of the Gender Technical Working Group. I also work with the county government, Department of Education and Social Services. Coming from this county, a county that has got a lot of retrogressive practices like FGM, early marriages, school dropouts and teenage pregnancies, we found ourselves in a fix whereby we were fighting culture coming from the same community. And we found ourselves at the wrong side of our community and also our elders, because we were fighting something that they believed was right. We don't blame the community. We blame where the program started. When we started the fight against FGM, we started at the wrong footing, because we went forcing a community to stop what they believed was right. And we didn't give them reasons as to why we are telling them to stop. So we started at the wrong footing. And that is why it has taken us very many years to bring FGM to an end, girl. So we've never really understood where this culture is taking us, because it is giving with one hand and it is taking with the other hand. And as a sense would have it, when this girl sleeps with this man, of course this girl's health is compromised, because of course she'll have tears, she'll have a lot of many health complications. And that is why we find in Narok, when most of our girls are giving birth, they end up with complications like fistula. And because of fear of judgment from the community, they don't come out and talk about it. They keep quiet and they die slowly with their problems, unless for the few who are bold enough to come out and say what they are facing. It is very rare in Narok, unless for now, but initially it was very rare in Narok to find a woman inheriting wealth from either the father or the husband. It is always believed a woman is an object. Just the same way a man would count his cattle and goat, the same way he would count his women. The same way he counts children, women are counted together with children. Coming from a very remote village, I would see how children are being oppressed. Families, me coming from a family that was very vulnerable, I remember the things we had to go through coming up. And sometimes you feel like when decisions are being made at home, they are always made favoring the boy. And it always made me feel like we are being put down. You'll always find in a class, if there are siblings that are in school, in a week, a girl will not come to school 2 to 3 days. He has been left home taking care of the children, and the boy is still coming to school and the mother goes to the market. So there are those things I felt like they needed to be addressed. There is one time I was going to Olkinyei, that is in Narok West, for a dialogue. And on my way there, I met a girl, a 14-year-old girl who was being beaten by a 21-year-old who apparently was his husband. The reason why this man was beating the girl is because she was running away from home. She had been forcefully married off to the man. The man was boldly demanding that the girl was his wife and he's running away from home. And it made me feel so bad, because the girl was really helpless. And as she was trying to explain to me, she was explaining to me with fear, because she didn't know if I am supporting the man or I'm supporting her. And when I told her to wake up and go into the vehicle, there is an image I saw on her face that really crushed my heart, because I saw somebody who was zero and now she has been lifted and she saw some light. And I rescued the girl. I went with her to my place, stayed with her for a week in my house as we tried to follow up with the processes of bringing on board the man who had married her. But the father came and fabricated a very funny story, and unfortunately the officer listened to him, and the girl was taken back to the village. I have never traced back the girl and to get to know how she's doing. That was one of my lowest moments, because I felt I have given this vulnerable being again to this monster. The problem is our chiefs, because the chiefs are the ones who are at the ground. Sometimes you will be given a case that this girl has been married off. The chief knows who has married that girl. The chief knows the house to this man. But instead of helping you, the chief will go tell the man to run away, because the authorities is coming after them. So most of the time you'll realize the problem starts at the grassroots. I do most of these things because I have a passion for our girls. I always look back and say, I don't want our girls to be where we were 10 years ago, 5 years ago. My prayer and my expectation has always been, after some years, I can be able to sit down and give a story. Right now, I still have a story, but I want to give a better story when it comes. Like, I want to sit down with all the girls I have supported, maybe 5, 10, and give a story about them. That is what I'm looking forward to.